Finally, after more than 70 years, a measure of justice for the family of Henrietta Lacks, whose cells were taken without her family's consent and led to groundbreaking medical discoveries. Here's Jake Ward.
Henrietta Lacks is inside all of us, in treatments and vaccines her cells made possible. And tonight, her family is finally being compensated for her contributions.
Such sacrifice that she had to give of herself that benefited all the world.
Lacks died of cervical cancer in 1951 at Johns Hopkins, where, in a racially segregated ward, doctors cut out a sample of her cancer cells without her permission. The cells, nicknamed HeLa, were the first to grow well in a lab and are now a bedrock of modern medicine. Her family sued multi-billion-dollar Thermo Fisher Scientific in 2021, saying the company, quote, made staggering profits by using the HeLa cell line, although it, quote, has known that HeLa cells were stolen from Ms. Lacks. The family settled for an undisclosed amount Monday. Thermo Fisher says it's pleased the case is resolved, but had no further comment.
Today, on her 103rd birthday, we got justice. Her legacy is in good hands. Our family is standing together in solidarity to push forward. We're going to keep making sure Henrietta never dies, such as her HeLa cells never died.
Lacks was an impoverished tobacco farmer, a mother of 5 when she developed cervical cancer, and never knew that her unique cells would be part of everything from genome mapping to the eradication of polio.
And Hopkins made all that money off of our mother!
The immortal life of Henrietta Lacks brought worldwide attention to her contribution and to unethical experimentation on black bodies by medical science.
There just isn't a moment in medical history that doesn't somehow connect to her cells.
A bipartisan bill introduced last week would give Lacks a congressional gold medal. And now her family, several of whom suffered chronic illness without health insurance over the years, will share in the bounty that her body made possible. Jake Ward, NBC News.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, finally, the medical research and medical world is finally coming to grips with having to pay some type of compensation to the Lacks family. And I'm talking Henrietta Lacks, who was born August 1st, 1920, and she died October 4th, 1951. She was the first African-American woman whose cells were a source of the HeLa cell line, the first immortalized human cell line and one of the most important cell lines in medical research. An immortalized cell line reproduces indefinitely under specific conditions. The HeLa cell line continues to be a source of invulnerable medical data to this present day. Now, when dealing with Henrietta Lacks, this was the 50s, during a time of overt racism. They stole her cells or took her cells without her consent. And even though they say certain things was legal, they used it without the family's consent for a financial gain. And it went into actual medical research for HIV and AIDS, cancer research, polio vaccines. I mean, multiple vaccines. I'm talking about billions and probably trillions of dollars in research in the last 40, 45 years. And the family never received a dime. And they even had the audacity to even say that they got it from Henrietta Lacks. So the family of Henrietta Lacks, a black woman whose cells have been used for scientific research for decades, reached a settlement Tuesday with the biotech company Thermo Fisher Scientific. The family attorney said Lacks' family filed a lawsuit in 2021 against the company, arguing that it is knowingly profiting from Lacks' tissue sample cell line. In 1951, Lacks was diagnosed with cancer, cervical cancer, and had tissue taken from her cervix without her consent during a procedure at the Johns Hopkins Hospital. Lacks died later that year from the cancer at the age of 31. The sample was later used to create a human cell line that can reproduce itself outside the body, which is now known as HeLa cells. The cells have been used to develop the polio vaccine, in vitro fertilization, gene mapping, advancements in cancer research, AIDS research, cloning, and stem cell studies. We're talking trillions of dollars. They was said that one family was able to have a baby through in vitro through using the HeLa cells. So it's not just thermal Fisher that has to pay. They have to find out all of these companies that benefited in the last 40 years off of this HeLa sale. They owe this family billions. And I keep telling you guys, man, not just our biology, our DNA, our inventions, everything. We wouldn't even need reparations if we got our just due. And for them saying that Black Lives Matter, well, Black Lives really matter to the system. Then give us our just due. Give us our money for give us our money for all of our inventions. Give us our money for our biology and things that you've been stealing. Because it's not just Henrietta Lacks. The family and the company reached a confidential settlement outside the court. The Lacks attorney told CNN. At the news conference Tuesday, family members and their attorney said the settlement will help them in their efforts to keep Lacks' legacy alive. On her 103rd birthday, we got justice, said Alfred Lacks Jr., Lacks' grandson. Benjamin Crump, one of the attorneys representing the family, said he hopes that the settlement will help to further educate others about Lacks' legacy. The black woman gave so much to the world, it's good to give her a present on her birthday. Thermo Fisher told CNN in a statement it was pleased a settlement was received outside of court and declined to provide further comment on the case. CNN reached out to Johns Hopkins Hospital for comment on the settlement. The Baltimore hospital was not named in the lawsuit, but has previously said Lacks' tissue sample would not have been taken without her consent for the use of scientific research, and that's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of crap. But her cell line's genetic provenance, man, listen. They made billions of dollars off of this woman. Billions of dollars. And it's just so much more to this that could be. In 2020, Lacks was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame. In 2021, the Henrietta Lacks Enhancing Cancer Research Act of 2019 became law. It states that the Government Accountability Office must complete a study about barriers to participation that exist in the cancer clinical trials that are federally funded for populations that have been underrepresented in such trials. In October 2021, the University of Bristol unveiled a statue of Lacks at the Royal Fort House in the city. The sculpture was created by Helen Wilson Rowe and was the first statue of a black woman made by a black woman for a specific space in the United Kingdom. On October 13, 2021, the World Health Organization, WHO, presented the Director's General Award to Lawrence Lacks, the son of Henrietta Lacks, in recognition of her unknown contributions to science and medicine. The chief scientist at the WHO said, "I cannot think of any other single cell line or lab region that has been used to this extent. Man, this is crazy. And has resulted in so many advances." These are the people at the World Health Organization. They're telling the family. We don't even know. This is the top scientist. This is the chief scientist at the WHO. He's saying, "I cannot think of any other cell line or lab region that has been used." Man, they better stop playing, man. Listen, they said it's undisclosed. They got to pay, man. This is crazy. On March 15, 2022, United States Representative Kwesi Mufume filed legislation to award the Congressional Gold Medal to Henrietta Lacks for her distinguished contributions to science. The award is one of the most prestigious civilian honors given by the United States. Those are symbolic gestures. That's all. That's cool, but they need the money. On December 19, 2022, it was announced that the bronze statue honoring Henrietta Lacks will be erected in Roanoke, Virginia. Henrietta Lacks Plaza, previously named Lee Plaza after Confederate General Robert E. Lee. A statue of Lee was removed from the site in the wake of the protests following the murder of George Floyd. On June 13, 2023, Loudoun County Public School Board members approved the names of the new school, Henrietta Lacks Elementary School in Virginia. The school will serve 960 students from kindergarten through second grade. So these are all symbolic gestures, and these are things that are definitely needed. the statues, hospitals named after her, because it will help to change the image of black people in the light that we've been projected and portrayed. They said that we were savages, we were dumb, we were monkeys, we were all these different things. Well, a lot of other groups not realizing that it was a black woman's cells that was helping your family survive, that was creating vaccines for your families all throughout the world. It was the goddamn black woman. So while you was defaming us and disrespecting us, it was my mama and your mama and the black woman's cells that was helping, because she's not the only one. But they have to pay this family. This is ridiculous. But on her birthday, August 1st, the family reached an undisclosed settlement, and there's some type of acknowledgement for what they did to this woman in her death and her family. But shout out to the family, man, and I hope they get more. I hope that more comes out. But this is what I'm reporting right now, because this is what's reported. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share the Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section, and please hit that like button. Everybody, when you watch this video, every single body hit the like button. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.